Hello, my name is Lindsey Pollnow, and I will be talking about the Internet of Things. First off, let me go through the topics. First off, I'll have Internet of Things, terms, then industries affected by Internet of Things, major Internet of Things companies, and then finally, my conclusion. First off, what is Internet of Things? According to Business Insider, the Internet of Things, commonly abbreviated as IoT, refers to the connection of devices to the Internet. What is considered an Internet of Things? According to Business Insider, any standalone Internet-connected device that can be monitored and or controlled from a remote location is considered an IoT device. Now let's go on to some terms and definitions that go with Internet of Things. These are layers, which includes the physical layer, network layer, and application layer. The physical layer, which is the hardware that makes an IoT device, including sensors and networking gear. The network layer is responsible for transmitting the data collected by the physical layer. And then application layer, this includes the protocols and interfaces that devices use to identify and communicate with each other. Some additional terms are remotes, which enables entities that utilize IoT devices to connect with and control them using a dashboard such as a mobile application. Some examples are smartphones, tablets, PCs, smartwatches, connected TVs, and non-traditional remotes. Dashboards display information about the IoT ecosystem to users and enable them to control their IoT ecosystem. Data storage is where data from IoT devices is stored. Networks is the internet communication layer that enables the entity to communicate with their device, and sometimes enables devices to communicate with each other. There are many industries affected by Internet of Things. This includes transportation, banking, and connected homes and smart buildings and smart devices. Transportation. The Internet of Things wants to improve transportation by connecting cars, buses, trains, and planes, which will allow people to have a stable internet connection at almost all times, as stated in the Business Insider. It will also help us get from place to place more quickly. An example of Internet of Things that the Business Insider gives is that Paris launched an electric car sharing program called Autolib in 2011 that uses sensors inside the connected vehicles to track them by GPS. And drivers can use the car's dashboard to reserve public parking spaces in the city. Programs such as this make use of connected vehicles to gather valuable data on how drivers operate their cars and where they travel, and smart cities use this data to better plan their roads. This is reported in the Business Insider. This will also help improve traffic and make safer drivers. Planes use Internet of Things by sensors. The sensors inside planes help maintenance workers more easily secure the aircraft and make sure that the planes comply with FAA guidelines. The planes also have Wi-Fi available. Cars use Internet of Things by putting in embedded and tethered. Embedded cars employ a built-in antenna and chipset, while tethered connections make use of hardware to let drivers connect to their cars through their smartphones. This is listed in the Business Insider. Apps are also in the Internet of Things. Apps like Google Maps, GasBuddy, and Spotify have started to replace devices in cars. Google Maps can be used instead of a GPS in cars, and Spotify can be used instead of a radio in cars. Transportation is one of the many industries that the Internet of Things has and will continue to change for the future. Banking is another industry affected by the Internet of Things. According to the Business Insider, the top Internet of Things devices are ATMs, which these make banks more successful because they make it faster and easier for people to get money from their banks. Mobile banking is also Internet of Things. The use of cell phones is what has prompted the use of mobile banking. In addition, the Business Insider states that Apple, Samsung, Android, Walmart, and more all have their own mobile wallets that allow customers to simply wave their smartphones and be on their way. Having a mobile wallet is part of the Internet of Things and has made people's lives a lot more convenient and easier because it is on their phone. In addition, Venmo, which is also a part of the Internet of Things, has made it easier for people to send and receive money without going to ATMs. According to the Business Insider, Venmo is a peer-to-peer payment app. This app is convenient for people like college students because it saves them a trip from going to the bank to get money to pay friends. This app allows people to pay others right away on their phones. Internet of Things has helped the banking industry by having ATMs and having many options for online banking. Banking will continue to increase as Internet of Things improves. Furthermore, smart homes, smart buildings, and smart devices are also an industry affected by the Internet of Things. Smart homes, smart buildings, and smart devices make people's lives a lot easier and more convenient. For smart homes, there are many devices included in them. Some devices are appliances like washers, dryers, and refrigerators. There are also smart security systems, lights, and thermostats that can be found in homes. In line with what the Business Insider says about smart homes, which is the first and most obvious benefit to smart homes is convenience, as more connected devices can handle more operations and frees up the residents to perform other tasks. The improvement in technology has made these advantages to smart homes. For people to be able to use their smartphones to change the temperature in their house when they're not there, to check the security on their house, and to turn on lights when they are not home is a perk that was made because of the Internet of Things. Being able to change the temperature in a home or building makes it cheaper for the owners because the air conditioner will not be running when it is not needed. These inventions make people's lives simpler. Many Internet of Things devices make people's lives a lot more manageable. One of these devices is the Amazon Echo. According to the Business Insider, an Amazon Echo is a function as a central hub for your other smart home gadgets, and its voice-activated assistant, Alexa, provides convenience that few other products can match. A smaller version of the Amazon Echo is the Amazon Dot. Amazon Dots were brought to SLU this year and are located in all residence halls. These devices were installed to make it more convenient for students to be informed about information about SLU. These devices allow students to just ask Alexa what is going on campus instead of looking it up on their phones or computers. Smart homes, smart buildings, and smart devices have made in the Internet of Things and will continue to grow as the Internet of Things grows. These improvements at homes, in schools, and in the workplace make it more convenient for people, and it saves money. Transportation, banks, and connected homes and smart buildings are just a few of the many industries affected by the Internet of Things. In addition to many industries that are affected by the Internet of Things, there are many major Internet of Things companies. Some of these companies are Microsoft, Amazon, Google, AT&T, and Fitbit. Microsoft has made many things. Some of these include Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Word is used to make many different kinds of documents. Some of these documents are papers, resumes, calendars, brochures, letters, flyers, journals, lists, and notes. I personally use Microsoft Word often for my papers for taking notes in class. Microsoft Word has made it easier for people to type out documents and send them on to people or to print them out. Microsoft Excel is used to make spreadsheets, charts, diagrams, time sheets, financial reports, budgets, schedules, lists, inventory, work logs, trip planner, mortgage loan, calculator, and college course manager. These are just some of the many ways to use Microsoft Excel. Microsoft Excel helps people to manage their money and make sure they pay everything off. It also helps students like myself who use it for a college course planner. I have my 4-year plan typed and calculated out on Microsoft Excel, which helps me to make sure I take all my classes I need to take in order to graduate. Microsoft Word and Microsoft Excel are two examples of how Microsoft is a major industry in the Internet of Things. Amazon is another major Internet of Things company. Amazon has made online shopping infinitely easier. For me, the majority, when I type something in on the internet that I am looking for, I can find it on Amazon. Amazon sells books, clothing, food, toys, furniture, supplies, storage bins, electronic devices, and many other items. Amazon is helpful for college students for ordering books, getting dorm supplies, and being able to order more college supplies while at school. Amazon also has TV, movies, books to read, and music to listen to by using Amazon Prime. Amazon succeeds in helping people with their wants and needs. It is a huge company that is linked to the Internet of Things, and it will continue to expand. In addition, Google is a search engine and a cloud that many people, including myself, use every day. When I search something on the internet, I search it using Google. I also use Google Drive to make Google Docs, Google Slides, Google Forms, etc. Google Docs make group projects easier. Google Docs allows people to work from different devices while being on the same document. This makes it easier for people because they do not have to wait on others to send them the documents they can add to it. Google Drive is in the cloud. This means that whenever you make something on your Google Drive, it automatically saves and you will not lose it. I love using Google Docs because I have had a history of my computer crashing on me and my work getting deleted. When I use Google Docs, I know that I will not lose my work if my computer crashes on me, and then I can access my work from another device. Google Cloud also has a team drive, which is helpful for large groups to share and edit many documents that are all saved together in that particular team drive. Google is possible because of the Internet of Things, and this technology has made my life, along with other people's lives, more accessible. Furthermore, AT&T is a company that provides TV, internet, wireless, phone usage, and many other things. TV is a form of entertainment for people, as well as a way for people to be informed about the news in our world. The internet is something that is used in our world every day. Wireless helps make many devices cordless and connect to the internet by using the wireless. AT&T is one of the 4 main phone providers. It helps people have access to the internet, texts, apps, etc. on their phones. AT&T is a huge successful company that is linked to the Internet of Things. AT&T makes the internet and people's access to their devices more accessible. Finally, Fitbit is a fitness tracker that tracks how many steps a person takes, heart rate, calories burned, what exercise a person has done, the time and date, how many miles a person has gone, how much time a person has spent exercising. The Fitbit watch is also connected to an app on people's smartphones, which will record all the data for each day that people wear it. It also shows how much sleep a person got and shows everything that is on the watch. The app also allows people to connect with other Fitbit owners so they can challenge each other. In addition, there are certificates that Fitbit owners received when they have hit X number of steps. Furthermore, the app has videos for workouts and a Fitbit coach. The app allows a person to log how much they ate or drank that day. This watch and app helps people to exercise more, to be healthier, and to be more fit. Moreover, the watch can show a person's texts when they come through, and it alerts people when they need to move around. This is helpful because people do not need to read their texts off their phones, they can just read it off their watch. Finally, at the end of each week, Fitbit will send the owner an email showing their weekly progress report. This helps the owner to look at their stats over the past week. I personally use it to track all my workouts and the number of steps I hit each day. The American Heart Association recommends for people to hit 10,000 steps a day, which is also my goal. This device helps me to improve myself and make sure that I am being healthy. This device is used by many people and is a simple watch that contains a lot of information that will help people to exercise and stay healthy. Fitbit is one of the many companies linked to the Internet of Things, and Fitbit continues to improve as the Internet of Things improves. Since there are many devices connected to the Internet of Things, security is a top priority, so to make sure that people's information remains private. There are many concerns because the Internet of Things is so big. One major concern are cyber attacks, and they are very common. Glitches are also a big concern because technology is not perfect. In the future, Internet of Things is expected to expand. According to Tech Target, Gartner assesses that 20.8 billion connected Things will be in use by 2020, with total spend on IoT device and services to reach 3.7 trillion in 2018. In conclusion, as stated in the Business Insider, the Internet of Things is growing rapidly as companies around the world connect thousands of devices every day. But behind those devices, there is a sector worth hundreds of billions of dollars supporting the IoT. There are many items that have come into the world because of the Internet of Things. They have made our lives infinitely easier, more convenient, and safer. The Internet will continue to grow and improve, so will these devices and companies. Many more devices will enter into the world that will also improve our lives. Because the Internet is how I was able to make this presentation and how I will continue to make many more projects in school and in the future after college. The Internet is very important, and this presentation shows what all is involved with the Internet of Things. To recap, there are many industries affected by Internet of Things. This includes transportation, banking, and connected homes and smart buildings and devices. There are also many industries that are affected by the Internet of Things, which includes Microsoft, Amazon, Google, AT&T, and Fitbit. Security and the future are also part of the Internet of Things, and we will see where they go as time goes on. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you learned more about the Internet of Things.